guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we will learn three main parts around Blender cables. The first one is just a simple hook animation wherein you can hook a cable to any object and move it around. The second animation is moving cables along curves. And the third and final one is how to flow electricity through cables. So let's get started. For this, I'm using Blender version 4.5.1. I'll also turn on the screencast keys so you can see everything at the bottom left corner. Press Shift A, add in a curve, and select path. Now, scale this, Control A, apply the scale. Now, when you tab into edit mode, you will see all the vertex points. You can adjust this however you like. For now, I'm just going to leave it flat. I'm going to select the last vertex point, press E to extrude, and press X to extrude it in the X axis. Again, we'll repeat this for some more steps. I'm doing this so that we have a long length wire. Once you have the desired length, press Tab again to go into object mode. Press Ctrl A to apply the scale transform again. Now, if you go into the data properties, and if you scroll down to geometry, you will see the depth option. If you just tweak the value a bit, you can adjust the size to match the dimensions that you need. In our case, I'm going to leave it at 0.05. Perfect. In case you want both the end caps to be closed, simply select the fill caps option. Right now, I'm leaving it as open. Now that we have the wire, going to press Shift A again, go to curve, and add in another curve object, that is the path. You can select any curve object. I'm just going to move it in space, scale this, press Ctrl A, apply the scale. Now go into edit mode and just change the location of the vertex points to match the curve that you want it to animate on. Press E to extrude and select whichever area you want. Now you'll see that all of it is in one flat plane. So again, select the vertex points and move it in 3D space however you like. You can make some cool transitions with this by overlapping them. I think this looks good for now. Again, once I'm finished, I'm going to press Tab to go into object mode. Press Ctrl A and apply all the transforms. This is crucial so that we don't mess up any step. Perfect. Now, select the cable object, go into properties, add a modifier, and add in the curve modifier. Now, under the curve object, simply take the picker and select the curve. You will see that the thickness of our cable has increased. You can go down and edit it from here. Now, if you want to animate this, it's quite easy. I'll press N to bring up the menu, and under Item, since our location is selected as the X-axis under the modifier, the deform axis is the X-axis. So we will move the cable in the X-axis. As you can see, the cable is following the path exactly how we have animated it to. You can deselect the path and you can edit it again. You can make any sort of complex animations by just adjusting how the curve looks like. This is some complex shapes that I created. Now, again, go to your cable, select the picker, and then the curve. Now, if you move it in the x-axis, you will see how it follows the exact path. Perfect. Now, let's move one step ahead. Over here, we have two connector heads. You can use this to animate it along with the cable. But there is a problem that we encounter. Let me show you. If I add in a path object here, I'll just scale it and just extrude the points right now. Make it quite simple, nothing complex going on. Press Control A, apply all the transforms. Now, if I select the connector head, go to the modifier and add in a curve, you will notice that this time when we move it along the axis, it deforms in a weird way. And this is not ideal for realistic animations. Well, there are a number of ways to fix this. Let me show you. Over here, I have a simple scene where I have the cable, the connector head, and a curve path. I've already applied the curve modifier to this cable, and if I bring up N and adjust the rotation in the x-axis, you will see that it animates along the curve. Now, in order to move this, we are going to go into constraints, and under the constraints, we will use a follow path constraint. Under the object, target, select the curve. Now, you will see that this already moves along the curve. You can set an offset value, but that totally depends on you. Make sure the follow curve path is checked. Now, just adjust the orientation of the object. Now, I'm just going to go and place this at the starting where we have the cable. Perfect. Now, go to the first frame. You will see that it has shifted its location. So again, adjust it just like that. Now, click on Animate Path and just press the space bar. You will see that there is no deformation this time. And that is exactly how we want it. Now that we have the cable head moving, it's time to attach the cable to it. But we are not going to parent it with this because if we parent it, you will see that this behaves in a weird way. So press Ctrl Z to undo that. Select the cable. I've already added the curve modifier. So if I move it, it already follows the curve path. Now, all we have to do is match it with the animation of the cable head. Press I, insert a location and rotation keyframe. Now, take the cable head slightly ahead. Again, adjust the location of the x-axis to roughly match the cable head. Press I, location and rotation. Again, do this till it matches the exact location and rotation. Your animation will look something like this. You will have to take some time and fix this so that there is no laggy animation. Now, when you play the animation, it looks something like this, but we can make it better. For the next effect, we will see how to add in the electric current flow. Over here, I have a simple cable that is set up on a curve. Let's go into the shade editor. Add in a new material and name it whatever you like. I'm going to name this as current flow. Press Shift A, add in a gradient texture. Plug the color into the alpha channel. Next, press on the gradient texture and press Ctrl T to add in the texture coordinate and the mapping controls. You will be able to add this only if you have the loop tools added. Go to Preferences, under the add-ons, select Loop Tools and make sure this is checked. Otherwise, you'll have to manually add these two. Next, you will see that there is no effect right now. So go into the emission and crank up the value a bit to something like 40. You can see that this is a glow effect. Perfect. Now go to the mapping controls. The object goes dark and bright. There's just on and off. There's no flow. To fix this, simply take the UV and add it into the vector. You will notice that due to the gradient, there is a slight fade off on top. And that is exactly what we want. Now, if you animate this, you will see that we have some flow going on. We don't want the entire flow to be on. So press Shift A and add in a color ramp. Place it between the gradient texture and the principal BSDF. Black is the value that is going to show where the current drops, and white is the flow value. If you want this to start and stop, place another marker and take it to the extreme end and make sure that this is completely black. You can select how much flow you require by placing this close to each other. Now, if I go into the shader editor and if I animate this, you can see how this effect will look like. The next effect is quite interesting and simple. Right now, I have two objects which are the connector heads. You can have any objects. It can be a USB plug, an adapter, or a charger. Go to Edit, select Preferences, and type in curve under the add-ons. You should find the extra curve objects. Make sure that it is checked on. Now, select the first object, select the second object, and press Shift A. Go to Curve and go all the way down to Knots. Add in the catenary knot. You can control the resolution, the steps, and everything from here. Right now, I'm just going to leave it at 2, and I'm going to make the bevel radius slightly more. Perfect. You can play around with this to match your scene. Now, if I go ahead and move this, you will see that nothing happens. So, select the cable, press tab to go into edit mode, turn on the X-ray, select the vertex point, press F3 and select hook. Click on hook to new object. You will see that this adds a new empty object. Now, this thing will follow the empty everywhere. Now, the simple step is to select this empty, select the cable head, press Ctrl P and add in an object, keep transform parent. Now, wherever you move this, the cable is going to move along with it. This comes in really handy for cable animations. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, do give a thumbs up and like the video.